Hey planner friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm planning from the 13th to the 19th of October in my Archer and Olive notebook, and this week I'm using Witch's Brew from Plannerface. So it's very bright and colourful but also very much Halloween vibes. I got the toolboxes for this kit but I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to use them. But yeah, I've just got my normal mini kit, no extra add-ons, so hopefully I won't run out of stickers. As always, I have all of my stickers pulled out in my Plannerface reusable sticker album and my planning notes in front of me. So let's get cracking with the base. So I'm just going to do my usual sidebar for this week to begin with. Let's go with orange. Okay. And then maybe blue. I really like the blue in this kit. I like that this kit manages to be like spooky vibes, but without having any like super dark colours in it. We'll go for the Ginger Witch. Yes, I'm not sure if I'm going to use the toolbox because I ordered it separately, but it's just a lot of pink. Like her whole outfit is pink, so we'll come back to that one. This week was a fairly normal week. I've just got my usual 5 days of work, and then we had a friend visiting at the weekend, so there's a bit of extra stuff going on. Also this week I set up my Hobonichi for 2026. Well, I didn't really do my any actual setup, but I realized that instead of using my faux Bonichi that I've been using for a bit, I could just start setting it up in the back pages, like the notes pages, and actually be in the planner a little bit earlier. So because it starts on the 1st of December, so I will be in it before 2026. So I just got this witch's hat for my bit of deco, and then some planters, and then my October script from Plannerface. As usual, I've predated my date covers with dates version 2 from Plannerface. Also, because I'd started using my Hobonichi this week, I kind of had that burst of productive energy you get when you start a new planner. So I actually got loads of random little life admin bits and pieces done and felt super productive. Oh, that's in the week that we're currently in. Okay, yeah, ignore that. I am still struggling. Well, not struggling, but I do still get confused when I'm planning a week behind where I actually am in life. But then it makes way more sense, and I don't have to just guess what I'm going to do on a Sunday when I film at the weekend. Cute, and then we'll get the glitter headers down. I did also think about colour blocking this week, but kind of similar to last week, I didn't think about it until I'd already pulled all of my stickers out, and I cannot be bothered to sort them. Although maybe, do I decide last minute to colour block? I think if I am going to do that, I want more blue and less pink. Okay, last minute decision is happening. We'll put that one there. Just a perfectly normal last minute decision. Maybe then I do want to use the toolbox in the sidebar if that's going to be pink. Yeah, I think this kit is really going to suit colour blocking. Okay. So we'll get pink in there. Oh, I don't think I have a pink flag, but we'll work around that. And let's just move around some full boxes. As you can tell from like my setup for filming these videos, I tend to have like quite a good idea of what I'm doing before I actually turn my camera on. And then some days I just completely decide to change what I'm doing. And it's very unlike me. I'll have you in the middle. And then we'll go dark hair. Put the spell books back down there. And then we'll have this one up here. This one we'll put down here just to add a bit of pink into my little fake, or just, it's not like a fake sidebar bit, but it's just extra deco. And then finally in the sidebar, I think I want a bit of this box. Although I really like all of the shelves, but we'll trim it down anyway. I think I want a pink glitter header in here as well, just to kind of tie in the colour blocking. Although once it's all colour blocked, it will look all colour blocked. Okay, washi tape. I absolutely love the washi in this kit. I could do with a whole sticky paper page of this. I know that I'm like, I've said before, I'm happy to do like spooky spreads any time of year. Like, I love it. But I really think I want to like lean in to have more of my sort of gothy style in my planner in 2026. Like, one of my journals is going to be a music journal for like live shows and stuff. And I've just been adding to my collection over the years, so I'm really excited to get into those new sort of planners and stuff. Just add in the weekend banner. Kind of don't want to cover up too much of that washi tape. Okay, so there is the base of the spread. Now we can get into my plans for the week. Okay, so I've just done a very quick switch around of some of my stickers on my Plannerface reusable sticker album so that all of my doodles from the kit match the colour of the day that they're going on, because I feel like they have to. And we can get stuck into my plans for the week, and hopefully I won't run out of stickers. So starting on Monday, I was working on site this day, so I'm going to use a patterned third box to mark that in. And then this day I had a bit of a headache. I have been getting headaches again recently. I wouldn't call this one a full-on migraine though, so we kept plodding along. When I got home from work, I did my lifting journal, and then after that I just did my training. And then in the evening I was just watching some YouTube. So this day I watched the new Mini Minute Man. He always premieres his videos and they always like go live just after I go to bed on a Sunday because of the time difference. So it's always nice that I know I'm going to have something to watch when I get home from work on a Monday, when I see his like premiere go up on a Sunday evening. Okay, I'm super happy that I decided to colour block already. For work this week, I'm using these Papershire Halloween work doodles again. And then for my headache, I have a spooky squidge with a bit of a headache. For doing my lifting journal, I have the planner doodle from the kit. And then for my training, I have Dumbbells version 2. And then finally, for watching Mini Minute Man in the evening, I have, I think this is a like documentary laptop from Papershire, so it kind of fits the vibe. On Tuesday, I was working from home, so I'm going to use a quarter box to mark that in. Straight after work, I did my training. And this day I did 4 sets of 3 front squats and 95 kilos, which at the time was a front squat triple PB. This week just gone, I have done a new front squat triple PB. Yeah, I was really happy with that. We then did a bit of organising of our craft room. I've started planning Thursday. Okay, so I did do training straight after work this day. But then I was playing some Baldur's Gate with Becca. And then had a little planner YouTube catch up. And then I was getting kind of stressed about Christmas planning. So I'd been given like 2 dates for when our family Christmas was going to be, and I was not free for either of them. And the response I got was, well, you'll have to be. I was like, no, that's not how this works. Yeah, so I was getting kind of stressed out. Because not only have I got like plans, like I have plans with other people, obviously. Well, not obviously, but like, yeah, I have plans with other people. I have things that I've committed to doing and paid for. So I can't really just bail on them. And it just kind of felt like everyone else in like the is going to be at family Christmas, everyone else was allowed to be involved in the decision of what days we were going to be doing or what possible dates we were going to be doing, except me. And then I just got given these 2 dates and said, well, you didn't ask me about this at all, I can't do them, and then got loads of shit for it. Anyway, I've now been told that one of the dates that I couldn't do, now someone else can't do, so now we actually can't do that day. Not that I'm salty about it. So we've got another Halloween doodle from Papershire for work. I've kind of squished this day up a bit and I'm not super happy with how it's looking, but it is what it is. It's done. I've got a bit of deco for a little planner YouTube catch up, Baldur's Gate with Becca, and then I just have this squidge looking into a crystal ball for trying to be, well, being stressed about Christmas. Like, let me have spooky season. This is halfway through October. Can I just do Christmas after this? Okay, anyway. I have a 3rd box for working on site on Wednesday. And on this day, we popped to Asda at lunch. And I bought, like, we just went for like to get out of the office, and then I bought a bath mat from their Halloween section. We then, I had some Happy Mail when I got home. I cannot remember what this was. Oh, it was all my squidges. And then just played some Baldur's Gate with Becca in the evening. So I also had upload on this day, like penciled in, but I'm not going to bother putting that. So kind of the opposite to the problem I had on Tuesday. I can't remember any days this week. And then to fill in this awkward gap, I think I might just get like a teeny tiny bit of glitter header, because I'm not going to like how these are all going to sit if I space them out too much. So I've just cut a little itty bitty bit of glitter header and we'll pop that in there, just to fill that space a little bit. Okay, I went slightly too thin, but that is one thing I really appreciate about having all the glitter headers in the new mini kit, or the newer mini kit format. Like, I know that I would never use like a full like 7x9 spread worth of glitter headers. That's just not me. I mean, my whole spread would be nothing but glitter headers. But having the option to be able to pull a little bit out and just use it as a gap filler, love it. So I have a Halloween working doodle from Papershire, and then a little shopping bag doodle I think is left over from a Plannerface monthly, going to Asda at lunch. I then have some some deco from the kit for my Happy Mail, and then, oh no, that's not what I had for Happy Mail. I got the envelope doodle from the kit out for Happy Mail. And then I'm going to just use these 2 bits of deco. I got them out for adding in my upload as well, but I'm going to add them both in here, make a little collage situation just for playing some Baldur's Gate with Becca in the evening. Okay, moving on to Thursday, I was working from home this day, so I'm going to use a quarter box to mark that in. And then straight after work, I did my training. Then this was the day that I did a front squat triple PB. So I'll use a little thing to mark that in. And then right at the end of this day, I need to add in that I called my mum and dad. But we did a bit of organising for our craft room. So it's still a bit of a mess, but it is coming together slowly but surely. And then I called my mum and dad while I was cooking, just to sort out the Christmas thing, because I was getting fed up of getting shitty texts. But then it turned out that they were kind of annoyed at other people as well, because they also needed to book stuff and weren't being given an actual date. So I was glad that I called them and it all got sorted out, because I was getting kind of fed up. Okay, so I have a Papershire doodle for work this day, and then Dumbbells version 2 from Plannerface, which matches perfectly for my training. For my front squat triple PB, I have a squidge. And then you're going to be seeing a lot of these Halloween squidges over the next 2 weeks. I have a Halloween squidge with some stickers for organising the craft room. And then a leftover phone doodle, because the phone doodle from the kit wasn't pink, for calling my mum and dad. Oh, I'm so glad I decided to colour block this week. This is looking so nice. Okay, on Friday I was working on site, but I don't have another third box, so I'm going to use a quarter box. After work I did a little run to the corner shop. This was probably for wine. So add that in. I then did some life admin. So like I said, I have been getting much better at doing my life admin recently. And then we just played some Baldur's Gate and had some drinks at home. I'm gonna add in Baldur's Gate like this. And then for drinks at home, I was gonna try and cut this box down to like a teeny tiny, like half, like little box, but I just don't think that's gonna work. Okay, the stash of stickers comes to the rescue once again. This is not the right blue, really, but I think it will blend in enough. So I've just got this little flag. Okay, so for work on Friday I have another Halloween work doodle, and then for popping to the shops I have a bit of deco from the kit. For life admin I have this notebook doodle from the kit. I don't mind if the notebook doodle doesn't match perfectly because it's like literally just the tabs, so you can't really tell that it doesn't match. And then I have vanilla for gaming. And then for drinks at home, I'm just going to use the coffee cup doodle from the kit, even though I was not drinking coffee. It was wine, obviously. Moving on to Saturday, I do not have that many stickers, but we will work with it. Okay. I started off by memory keeping, and then I did a little bit of planner YouTube, or just YouTube in general. I then went to team training, and I had a really good team training session this day. I did a bunch of triple PBs, so I've been in triple jail for a couple weeks. I did not like triples at the beginning of this couple weeks. I'm warming to them. I think now that I'm doing better at them, that always helps. So for my I pulled out a little sticker for that. Cool. So for my, I'll add in triple PBs with this, which I think must be left over from a monthly because it's a little bit longer than the columns. My partner's friend Dan then arrived. We were just hanging out and catching up. And then I had to go and pick up the groceries. So just squeeze that in. And then I was just playing some Baldur's Gate with Becca. My partner and his friend were doing their own thing. And we all had some drinks at home. We were originally going to go to the pub, but then it started just chucking it down. So we decided to not. Normally we quite like walking Reggie down to the pub. Reggie hates the rain. He's a precious boy. I feel like we'll allow Reggie to hate the rain, seeing as he lived on the streets for a bit. But yeah, they were doing their own thing. I was playing Baldur's Gate with Becca again. Yeah, it was a nice day, a nice chill day. I think because our friend had been travelling, they didn't really want to do loads. So for memory keeping this day, I have a book doodle. And for watching Planner YouTube, I said Planner YouTube a couple of times, I don't think this was Planner YouTube. I have a Halloween popcorn doodle from Papershire. For team training, I have vanilla and a custom team training script from Plannerface. For my PBs, I just have a bit of deco from the kit. For our friend being over and hanging out, I just have a squidge with I think it's like a mug of hot chocolate or something. And then for groceries, I have a grocery doodle from a different kit. And then for gaming and drinks at home, I just have this Halloween squidge with a beverage. Okay, moving on to Sunday. I usually start Sunday with a Sunday reset, but because we had a friend over, I didn't feel like I could just start vacuuming as early as I would normally do. I then am really annoyed at myself because I forgot the Anna and Beth's Zoom call this morning because I hadn't written it down in any planner. So I'm there like setting up my Hobonichi weeks on my own, and I could have been on a call with some of my friends. So yeah, that was a bit of a silly moment for me. We then went on a really drizzly dog walk. I don't normally mark in walking Reggie or anything, but the weather was disgusting, so figured I'd mark it in. I might cut this box down in a minute, but so I set my Hobonichi weeks. So like I said, I haven't done the beginning pages, but I have done I've started using the notes pages at the moment. even though I don't have the actual setup. This quarter box is for my partner and his friend watching some like just misc sports. I wasn't really paying attention. And then I played some Baldur's Gate with Becca, and I had the house to myself because they went out for the evening. I've got quite a big sticker for this, but I don't normally get the house to myself. Well, Reggie was here as well, so does that count as it being wholly to myself? I still think it does. But yeah, it was quite a chill Sunday, which is what I needed because I have a couple busy weekends coming up. And I'm already tired. So for this one, I'm just going to trim down the middle, kind of like I did another week recently, and then trim there. Take a massive chunk of this box out. I'm really glad that I haven't had to pull any of this green from my stash because I genuinely don't know how I would colour match it. It's a really unusual green. I was originally going to use the laptop doodle for this kit, from the kit for my editing, but it's the wrong colour, so I'm just going to use a pillow doodle instead. And then I have a This Sucks Vampire Squidge for missing the TPD call. For watching some YouTube. Oh, I didn't actually put in watching some YouTube. For the Drizzly Dog Walk, I have the paw print doodle from the kit. And then for setting up my Hobonichi weeks, I have this squidge, who is orange, but we'll get over it. And you know what? I'm going to put these bits of deco behind there to kind of beef it up a bit. Cute. For the guys watching some misc sports, I just have a monitor doodle left over from something. And then I have a computer from Papershire for playing some Baldur's Gate, and then I have this adorable squidge for having the house to myself because I think that's what I look like. Okay, so that is all of my stickers down for the week. I am so happy I decided to colour block this. To begin with, I was very unsure of changing it like on the fly, but I'm really happy that I decided to because I think this looks super cute. So I'm going to go fill all this in and I'll be right back. So here's the spread all filled out, and I'm super happy with how this has turned out, especially with the colour blocking. I love all the bright colours, but also that it's a little bit spooky too. If you've made it this far in the video, leave me a witch emoji in the comments. I'm pretty sure there's a witch emoji or like some kind of wizard, I don't know. As always, I do PR for Plannerface, so you can use my code in the description to save yourselves a little bit of money, and also mention me for a freebie if you want to pick up any of the Plannerface stuff that I've used in this setup. But that is everything for this video, friends. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed it, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye!